It is now 6 o'clock, and the meeting is now in order. Dr. Holsey, would you lead us in the pledge to the flag?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Dr. Holsey. Dr. Head, has the notice of the meeting been posted?
Yes, I certify that it was posted in accordance with the law.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Head. Do we have any introductions, special guest recognitions?
Yes, we want, Helen, do we have any guests to be introduced now or after we come back? Okay. Then we'll go right into the Just stick with us. We'll get this straight in a minute. Oh. That's not Helen's fault. That's mine. Okay, she gave me this earlier. Sorry. Let me introduce Rebecca Royer, who is our new Faculty Senate rep from Cy-Fair. Rebecca. Houston, who is the new Faculty Senate rep from Montgomery. So, welcome. Sorry, that was my error. Next, I would like to have Amos McDonald and Nicole Robinson come up and talk briefly about the gala. By the way, we thought that Karen Buckman, we thought this was her last meeting. Last board meeting was her last one, so we'll have her come back and do something special. That we got that mixed up, so and we're glad to have you, but we thought.
Chair Smith, trustees, play a video for you with a quick recap on the gala, and if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer those. Lone Star College Foundation Star Gala 2017, a celestial celebration, a night of dinner, dancing, and creating boundless opportunities for students. With musical enjoyment from the Montgomery Chamber Singers and the Kingwood Combo Band, the ambiance sets the scene. When guests arrive at the VIP reception, they're greeted with interactive student stations that showcase our technology and workforce programs, as well as more than 100 items to bid on during a silent auction. Dozens of students and staff volunteers spend more than 100 hours perfecting every detail. From art faculty to welders, each campus utilizes students' talents to hand-deliver a personalized auction item. After mingling and networking, the doors open, guests enter the ballroom, and the program begins. Guests receive a brief history lesson. They hear from many successful Houston area professionals who got their start at Lone Star College.
So I've got to go back to school.
I was a breast cancer survivor.
Education is the key to success in our society, so that's why we do what we do.
Joined by many high-profile elected officials, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee delivers an inspiring speech. But perhaps the most poignant moment of the evening, when Josiah Crosby takes the stage and shares his story of how he skipped class, missed assignments, and nearly gave up, until one day his mentor, a Lone Star College instructor, reached out, pulled him in, and inspired him.
Professor J had other plans. He chose to enlighten me to the real reason why I wouldn't apply. I was scared. I was scared to fail, scared to challenge myself, and scared to be rejected. 5 weeks later, I am presenting this speech to you as a student ambassador, as a testament.
This is why we do what we do.
So moving forward, I'm really excited about something that we're working with our foundation board. We want to launch our Star of Tomorrow endowments.
Nelda Blair kicks off the live auction, and the bidding begins. The room fights over golf with the chancellor. An exclusive all-day game and evening dinner guest package sells for $27,000. Overall, donors help us raise $455,000, add $77,000 to endowments, funded 72 new scholarships, and added $10,000 to the Promise Program.
Star Gala proceeds help to build scholarship endowments and annual scholarships for students, and we could change the trajectory of their lives with these scholarships, and we're happy to do so. Every gift is helping our students start close and go far.
With 600 guests, 52 sponsors, Star Gala is truly a successful evening, showcasing Lone Star College students and donors. On behalf of the foundation, thank you for your continued support. So we thought it was a good way to walk you through, for those that maybe didn't join us for Gala, but what a great turnout. Nicole and her team did an outstanding job in putting it, producing it, building the program, decorations. Everybody had a great time. The feedback we've received has been nothing but positive. We sat down this morning in my office with our external affairs team and debriefed the event, already talking about next year. The date is officially on the books for April 14th of next year, so that is already on the books and ready to go. So we are already moving ahead with that. So cool.
Thank you for your support and for joining us. Thank you.
So I sent Nicole a note afterwards that it was one of the best galas that we've had, and we've had a lot of them. And so she handled herself. There's a lot going on that night, a lot, with people coming up and wanting this and wanting that and taking her attention. She was handled herself with grace and poise and dignity, and you have to be very flexible that night because we have people showing up that we weren't expecting, and some people showing up that we are not showing up, and so we were moving people around, and it was just really, it was first class. So our goal, well, we want to raise money, but we also want to raise friends there and show people what we're doing. We also reached out to that student, just so you'll know. He sent an email. I don't think I shared that with you. Yeah, well, I'm not sure who I shared it with, the president and you. I did. Well, he sent us a note. I shared it with the board chair, and we want to help him. We told him to stay in touch with us when he gets ready to transfer to either TSU or Stephen F. Austin. We'll help him. And I was told that somebody was going to help him with his books while he's in school here, so we're following up on that.
That's picking up his books for next year.
So it was great.
I was saying she beat me to it, unfortunately. Oh. Well, I was so impressed with Josiah too. I called him last night, and the primary reason I was impressed, this was a young man that made a lot of errors in his life. He felt very welcome, to present those fallacies publicly, and he didn't blame anybody. A lot of folks blame parents, transportation, the system for their faults. And he is a good testament of an individual that went wrong but made a correction in life. And I was so pleased to see that, so I invited him out to lunch next week. And I was going to make a donation to him for his books for this next semester. I'm glad somebody took care of it before I did. So
Josiah's out there.
Well, that's what I was saying. I need to find somebody else, to do that. And I tell you, I thought you guys did a great job on the gala. I enjoyed every minute of it and was kind of sorry when it was over. But I do have a question, and maybe this is not appropriate, but if you compare the financial gains this year, and maybe I shouldn't look at finance, but if you compare financial gains this year to last year, how well did we do? Or if that's an unfair question, feel free to say that too.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to work through that. The actual financial variable was about $200,000 from one year to the next. Our goal this year, we made some changes in welcoming in colleges and changed some of our sponsorships up a little bit. And again, our goal was to make sure that we were being more inclusive, having a lot more fun, and not extending the live auction or the stand up for scholarships. Some of those changes were intentional. And we've already reaped some of those rewards on the back end. We had another donor call us after the gala. It's already written us another $1,500 check, and we have a few more that have already committed to donating. So it accomplished exactly what we're looking for, which was building good friendships and telling a story.
Yes.
We knew that we were focusing on the relationships this year instead of exclusively the money.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's something good to concentrate on. And I always tell everybody the same thing as well. Maintain the momentum. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
You have anybody else?
Yeah. Next is Katie Caruso, and Katie is, I'm not sure you've officially been named the Associate Vice Chancellor for Honors and International Ed and Engagement, but Katie is tonight talking about the Honors Program and featuring some of our students. So Katie was a faculty member at North Harris when I was the president and helped create the Honors College. And I tell you, we have one of the premier honors colleges in the country. We took what we thought was the best one, tweaked it, and made it even better. So I can't say enough good things about her and her relationship with the students, and we're glad you're here. So.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chairman Smith, board members, Dr. Head. It's an exciting time as commencement draws near to talk about what our students are doing. And just a few of the accomplishments our honors students have seen in even the last few months, some who weren't able to be here tonight. We have had students who won national awards, position papers, and head delegate positions at the Model UN, the largest mock educational simulation in the world, in which students learn about diplomacy, international relations, and the United Nations. We've had 3 students who were selected from 10 across the country by the French Embassy based in New York to study abroad as part of a network of French universities who will give them a STEM-related educational experience in Paris with a scholarship this summer. We've had students who've won the Bow Undergraduate Research Award, which is 2 of only 6 students from all of the regional honors conference groups from the Great Plains region, and that's for stellar undergraduate research. We've also had significant scholarships rolling in, thank goodness, to our students from University of Texas and Lamar to Vanderbilt. And all of this while students are reaching out, serving the community, talking to our high schools, and even in one case, developing a relationship with the Montgomery Food Bank where they are in charge of creating a sustainable volunteer program. So to understand how truly talented these students are, it's important to note that ours is a research-based honors college model. And what that means is every honors class these students participate in, they develop a research question connected to that course. They develop it through research, they analyze it, they present in class, and they're chosen to then present at what we call the honors, the Super Bowl of honors, basically. It's tomorrow, right, guys? It's tomorrow. It's the Super Bowl of honors. It's our undergraduate research conference day, and tomorrow hundreds of students across the system will be presenting their semester-length projects. And from those, students are chosen to regionals, and they further refine their projects, and from those, students are chosen for nationals. And here are those students tonight. These are students who presented their work at either the largest honors conference or the country's largest undergraduate research conference, presenting next to students, by the way, from Columbia, from Rice, from Harvard. They were presenting their senior theses. Our students were presenting work that they started their freshman or sophomore year. So with that.
Hello, my name is Lois Suter. I'm proud to say I'm from Lone Star Honors College in Tomball. When I was graduating high school, I was planning on just attending Lone Star College real quickly to get my credits out of the way and transfer as soon as possible. Luckily, the Chancellor's Fellows caught my eye, and specifically because of the scholarship and the international capstone opportunity, I am so grateful to this day that I decided to spend my 2 years here at Lone Star Honors College. Inside and outside of the classroom, it has taught me various lessons about life and about myself. Inside the classroom, I have a greater appreciation for academics. I not only take my work more seriously, but I enjoy the process as I go. It has re-sparked my love for education. Because of the Honors College, I hope one day I can be a professor, or I can sit in a room such as this and create opportunities for other students to experience education as I have. I'm a really lucky minority to really have a passion and love for education once more at the collegiate level. Outside of the classroom has helped me a lot too, specifically, as she said, being able to present at a national conference alongside seniors and juniors presenting their theses, to present at discipline-specific conferences with people who have PhDs and masters in this subject, and I'm presenting my work from an introduction to sociology class. to being able to go abroad and to do research in a foreign country. As a business major with a globalizing market, it's really important for people entering the workforce to have some idea of how to work abroad. And because of the opportunity that the Chancellor's Fellows gave me in my final semester to study abroad in Italy for 2 weeks, I was not only prepared on how to work in another culture with other people, I was able to relate to people, to do research firsthand. And tomorrow I have a finished project, a finished product that I can present and say I did this work in a foreign country throughout a semester worth of research, almost a year now actually, that I can put on my CV. And I'm proud to say this is the work I have done. The Honors College, most importantly, has not only given me the confidence to pursue any goals I plan to achieve in the future, but has taught me enough about myself that it sparked new dreams and new goals that I never would have realized without the opportunities at Lone Star, at the Honors College, at Tomball. And I would like to personally thank all of you for making it possible for me.
Hi, my name is Sydney Diag, and I'm an honors student from Lone Star North Harris. Actually, 2 years ago, I had no idea of all the potential I had to actually present at a national conference alongside juniors and seniors who are presenting their thesis. Actually, I was a really quiet, studious person in class, but through the honors program and through the very supportive community full of honors mentors who are there for you to help you in your research projects, and fellow honors students who are also open-minded and really enabling you to also think outside the box with these research projects. It just made me grow as a person. And not only that, all the opportunities we have, not only through our research projects, but all the other stuff that we could look into through collecting data through collecting data from surveys that we conduct in our campus, and also collecting data from Italy. Actually, when I went to the capstone trip, I not only had a chance to experience the Italian culture, but I was also collecting data for my research project. So I wrote down all the food that we ate and also collected my blood pressure. And I'm proud to say with my final project, capstone project, I now got to see the relationship between the gut microbiome and the nervous systems that impact how you eat and digest your food. And that is just amazing through the opportunities we had. And not only that, I mean, I'm pretty nervous standing up here, but I'm really thankful for all the growth that you guys enabled me to undergo, all the transformation I have. I'm really amazed at the person I've become through this program, and actually speaking to many people. I spoke to people at my former high school, and they looked at me and they're like, wow, that person spoke so well. And I didn't think I'd be able to be up here and speak so clearly and articulately. And I'm really nervous right now, so I'm not at my not at my good, just thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Thank you again, yes.
We're going to let Braxton close us out, but I wanted to say that during the break, the students will be standing beside their research posters if you have any questions or would like to learn more.
Hello, everyone. My name is Braxton Fauner, and I'm proud to come from the Sci-Fair campus. And today I'd like to follow some of my peers and just provide a brief account of my experience in the Honors College at Lone Star College Sci-Fair. So I'm a GED earning non-traditional student. I spent 4.5 years in the workforce before coming to Lone Star after my supposed graduation date from high school. Can I adjust this? Oh, I'm so sorry. After my supposed graduation date from high school. And in coming to Lone Star, I think I started the way that the majority of our students start. I began one semester before joining the Honors College, and in doing so, I commuted. I drove an hour every day, commuted to class. I went to class, studied, went home, went to work that evening, and then repeated, and just did that. I wasn't very involved on campus. I just didn't really have a home in Lone Star at that point. And I think that all changed when I had a very kind and graceful professor, gracious professor, who slapped a paper down on my desk one day as I walked into class and, put her finger over it a few times and said, "You need to be at this place," right? There's this big pamphlet with Honors College emblazoned across the top. "You need to be at this place. These people want people like you. These people want you." I had no idea what that meant, right? I had no idea what the Honors College at a 2-year institution could be like. I didn't even know it actually existed, to be honest with you. And so at first, I think I reacted again exactly how the majority of our students would act. I don't know, right? I have this great thing going on, but I'll try it out. My professor was so kind in doing so, I might as well try. And I'm happy I put aside my ego for that time, because just a few months later, thanks to the kindness of my director, my honors director, and others, I was awarded the Chancellor's Fellows Award, which is a very comprehensive scholarship program that I'm sure most of you are aware of, if not all of you. And then that's when everything kind of changed. And there's 3 primary ways that the Honors College affected me. First, there's this aura that kind of infects you as you walk through the Honors College office, or at least infected me the first time. I walked in and I was just infected by this kind of love for my community, in a way that, so I'm the son of a steel worker who moved 20 times in my 23 years of life so far. I've never really had a chance to settle down in a community and know what that feels like. And the Honors College kind of took away that time requirement, and I found myself, thanks to just very kind and forgiving faculty members, thanks to the director, among other leadership, and my fellow students, just in love with not just the program or my fellow students or my institution, but my community at large. And it really kind of inspired in me what I like to call kind of a servant's heart. And I'm happy to say that as a result of that kind of incessant infection, I suppose, and I'll say it's a negative word, I was fortunate enough to be elected the Honors College Student Organization president at my campus, going from a kind of no-name student to a leader of the organization. It was this kind of amazing experience. It gave me the opportunity to hopefully infect others with the same love of community that I found when I first started. Next, academics. So there's also, as you move through time, you'll notice that they kind of constantly reinforce this recognition of my responsibility, or at least did for me, my responsibility as an academic and a researcher, even at the student level. In doing so, and as a result of this zealous recognition of my role, I was able to move on to present at every major conference that the Lone Star College, the Honors College offers, 2 regional and 2 national level conferences. And I just can't speak enough for how amazing that is as a sophomore student to be able to say that I presented next to these prestigious fourth-year students in this research. It's incredible. And lastly, I'll say it's actually somewhat of a self-realization, I think, self-actualization. So I went from, like I said before, this kind of what I'll call a no-name student, I guess, right? I was just commuting back and forth to all of a sudden recently, as I'm graduating now this year, I've had students come up to me and say, well, I hope to be kind of like you, right? I hope to act like you. I hope I can serve the Honors College in the same way. And it's because of the Honors College and because of what I talked about in the beginning, this kind of building the love and passion for community, thanks to the passion and wherewithal given to me, I can say that I was able to be, if not, certainly not a perfect representative, but I could strive to be the most excellent representative to my community that I could possibly be. So in closing, I don't want to be presumptuous up here, but I think that we can all agree that a program should be justified based on its results, based on the tangible effects that we can see in students, especially in educational programs. And so I'd like to invite you, I hope that you can all consider the stories that my peers have brought up and the stories that I've presented to you today as a way of contextualizing the daunting administrative work that you do. I'm sure it must be difficult to take what I assume is reams of paper and try to extract what's going to be the best solution for students. And so I hope that you'll allow these stories to contextualize that in the future as you move through your business. So I'd like to thank each member of the board for what they've contributed to my ability to have these opportunities that I've talked about today. If I could thank each one of you personally, I would do so in a heartbeat. And Chancellor Head, famously, the godfather of the Honors College in a way.
Giving gifts, fairy godfather.
Yeah.
It is a very good thing. I'd like to, I've heard a lot about what you've contributed to the program, and I'd just like to say thank you personally for not just enabling, but truly giving me the opportunities that I've had to share with you today. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why we like you coming to the board. So. Thank you.
Okay, the Board of Trustees, in accordance with Section 551.001 of the Texas Government Code, will move into closed session under one or more of the following provisions of the Act. Section 551.071, consultation with attorney, status of pending litigation, or any item on the agenda. Section 551.072, deliberation regarding real property, LSC University Park, Cy-Fair, North Harris, Tomball, Montgomery, Kingwood, and University Park. Section 551.074, personnel matters. Section 551.076, deliberations regarding security devices. We will now proceed to closed session. Thank you.